Hi, welcome to your math class. Today we're going to be learning about special triangles. These two are special triangles, and they're special because of their inside angles. This triangle has a 30, 60, and 90 degree angle, and this other triangle has two 45s and one 90 degree angle. To solve problems with special triangles, we're going to need to have them around, so you can either have the formula sheet to look at them, or you can learn them. If you're not allowed to bring formula sheets into exams, there's a trick to learn the triangles easier. Most of my students struggle with these square roots, so what we do is learn the triangles without them. The 30-60 triangle has an n opposite to the 30 degree angle. By the way, you can use other letters as a variable. I chose n. It works the same. Then it has a 2n on the hypotenuse, or the side opposite to the 90 degree angle. And finally, it has opposite to the 60 degree angle, the n times the square root. So we're going to leave it for now. The 45 triangle has two sides worth n, each opposite to the 45 degree angle, and opposite to the 90 degree angle or hypotenuse is the n times the square root, and we're going to leave it for now. Now, to easily learn the square roots, we ask the triangle how many sides with different lengths does it have. The 30-60 triangle has three sides with different lengths: the short side, the medium side, and the long side. So this triangle has three sides with different lengths. So inside the square root, we put a 3. Now, the 45 triangle has two sides with different lengths. This side and this side measure the same, and this can be seen as the long side. So this triangle has two sides with different lengths, and you put a 2 inside the square root. Let's do some problems with special triangles. Problem 1. I wrote the special triangles here on the side. The first step is to know which triangle we're going to use, which special triangle. The problem gave us a triangle with a 60 degree angle. So there's only one special triangle with 60 degrees. We're using this special triangle, not the other one. Okay, so the problem wants three sides or three letters. This angle and these two sides. First of all, we can do the angle, which is the easiest. We know we're using this triangle. We know this triangle has a 60 and a 30 degree angle with a 90. So we have 90, 60, and we're missing the 30. So right straight off the bat, we know this is 30 degrees. Now, we only are missing A and C. Let's solve for A first. There's the easy way and the secure way. The easy way is to know in the reference triangle, this side and this side are similar. The only difference is that this long side opposite to the 60 degree angle is the same as the other side, but with the square root of 3. So this side, we can divide or take out the square root of 3 and we get the other side. Notice how here, if we take the square root of 3, we take it out, we end up with this side. So that's what we're going to do. We take the square root of 3 and we get A. So A is going to be equal to 3. And then notice how C in this side here in this triangle is twice the length of this side. So n, if n were a 3, the long side was 2 times n. So in this case, 3 times 2 is 6. So now we have that x equals 30 degrees, A is 3, and C equals 6. Now, the safe way is to do a cross multiplication. We see that A corresponds to the side n. So A corresponds to the side n. And 3 square root of 3 square root of 3 corresponds to the side n square root of 3. And if you do a cross multiplication here and you solve for it, so cross multiply like this, and you solve for it, you will also get that A equals 3. A equals 3. You can do it this way as well. Let's do problem number 2. Problem number 2 is a triangle with a 45 degree angles. So we're going to use this triangle as a reference now. I'm actually going to bring this triangle this way so you can use it as a reference. Okay. This triangle, notice this triangle has two sides that are the same. This sides measure the same. So this side and this side are the same. And we want to get A. So in this case, A measures the same as 7. So A equals 7. And that's how we get A very easily. Now, C, on the other hand, in the reference triangle, we know, or we see, that to get this side, if we have the n side, we multiply it times the square root of 2. Because if we have an n, and if we multiply it times the square root of 2, we get n times square root of 2. So this side multiplied times square root of 2 is the long side. So if we have this side, which is 7 times square root of 2, is the long side, or C. So C equals 7 7 multiplied times square root of 2. And that is how we get the answer. Now, you can do cross multiplication. You could do, for example, this side 7 corresponds to side n, so 7 corresponds to side n, and c corresponds to side n times square root of 2, n times square root of 2. And if you cross multiply, you will get that c equals 7 times square root of 2. And that is how you use the special triangles. And that was today's class. I really hope it helped, that you learned something, and that you do great on your exams. See you soon, and God bless you. Bye-bye.